Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more A Rocket for Patron in Factorio. Okay, I've made a thing, and I'm hoping that this thing will work. Let's turn it on and find out. This is supposed to just make hydrazine without any pipe connections. I mean, there is technically one pipe if you count this big huge barrel. I double checked to make sure that we're not wasting any, not making any extraneous stuff. For the little green dots, they're kind of hard to see with the modules showing. You can't see those if I turn off... Ah, yes, okay, so if I turn off detailed info... Okay, now the whole thing's shut down. What? Why is it all shutting down? That's curious. We're missing something that's being ferried in. No hydrogen gas barrels. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to chemical void then on this end. I don't care to figure out where it's going. Instead of barreling the hydrogen chloride, I'm going to modify this guy then. We're going to add one more recipe here. There is a recipe I saw to filter out, or like separate out the hydrogen chloride back down into chlorine and hydrogen. What we want is that hydrogen. It would be so nice if I could actually like somehow hook this into another one, but I guess for now we'll just barrel it up again as per normal. And then this one, chlorine, I don't know. I don't see this recipe because of the shape of that thing. I think we actually want to change this to that way. Because that way the chemical, the flare stack will fit perfectly. You're going to fill hydrogen. And since this is not the thing, the actual target of this entire production area, then I'm going to... one of these guys. Okay, so that gets us the hydrogen, especially with the productivity on there, come back out again, which then gets brought over to here, which annoyingly I had to use two separate heavy pumps to guarantee that it's getting directly into the machine. Let's try turning the detailed info off again so we can see little yellow dots. Well, at the end, the thing that really matters is how quickly and how often is this thing producing. It appears to me like there's too much of the thing I don't actually want. There's only 10 hydrazine and 20 of the other thing. It means that this guy is not running fast enough to compensate for it. That's why he's getting slowed down. Okay, what if I do this? What if we take a blueprint of the whole thing? That's our working-ish version. Let's go work a little bit further away, like up here. And then what we're going to do here instead is we're going to not have this. Not have any of this, actually. And we're going to go into another pump. Look at how fast that damn thing fills up. Is there any way that I can use... I can't use Bob's small pumps for this, can I? Just check and see if there's a recipe. Because they are much smaller. They're not... That's the wrong kind of pump, isn't it? Looking for this kind of pump. This is supposed to be... Well, hold on. No, no, no. That's right. Okay, this will work. This will work. I can use this one. I just need to do this and this. Grab that recipe. And again, we're going to void out the chlorine.
Ion cannon ready.
It's weird. There's two separate entities. Like, both Picker Mod doesn't know how to handle it, and Handy Hands doesn't know how to handle it. It won't make Angel's Flare stacks. There's something weird about that item. And this is slightly off. But if we move it here, now we're not quite covering everything either. It up here and cover everything? It looks like it's covering this thing down here. Yeah, I think up here will work better. Yeah, let's see how that guy does. Certainly seems to be running better now. Crafting speed is 65, so if this thing is running non-stop, which it appears to be, then we are now crafting... yeah, there's a little bit of an ammonia deficiency in this setup. It's very difficult with all the speed modules and crafting and all that crap to actually get the actual correct ratio. But in theory, this thing is making 10 hydrazine every 4 seconds, and it's got a crafting speed of 65.1. No productivity on it, so that's 162 hydrazine per second. There is still something that's holding it up. And I'm guessing it's actually robots. The requester amounts are too low. That's what it feels like it is. I think we need to request... No, I'm already requesting enough. Ah, it is. It's a lack of hydrogen still. Okay, in theory, how much hydrogen are these guys actually using? 5 every 2 seconds times the crafting speed of 65. He's consuming like 162 hydrogen per second, and then you're consuming 5 every 2 as well. And the actual production... Ah, these machines might need to be faster. No, we're bleeding through the supply anyway. What if we do productivity in them, though? That'll give us some extra hydrogen. Assuming that these flare stacks can keep up. Okay, well, I just started my session, so let's reset and see how it's going. We're at 532 rockets, still need more than 600. But this thing seems to be a pretty good little self-sufficient hydrazine production area. Unfortunately, we're flaring a lot of chemicals that could, I don't know, maybe be used elsewhere, but who cares? The only thing that really feels deficient right now in this thing's production is the amount of ammonia getting into... Where is it? There's a machine being held up. It's actually looking pretty good right now. But it is, yeah, it's the ammonia on this one. The ratio is slightly off on the hydrazine gas portion. But I can't really get any more in there without just throwing in productivity or something, but that's just going to make, you know, infinite of those things. And so I think we just call that one good. So that's my new hydrazine thing. Why don't we just stamp a few more of those things and then take down the rest of this junk. I'd like to have them be kind of spaced out so they look like discrete units. Looks like it's lined up to me. Okay, so hydrazine, done. Assuming that it put modules everywhere, I think that these are all good. That should make, hopefully, some fairly ridiculous amounts of hydrazine. Don't trust that thing. I know that there's still some machines that are making things. I almost feel like empty barrels and metal catalyst carriers and like that kind of side product thing don't really belong in the production thing because they're not really the actual target product. They're byproducts. And they're not like a useful byproduct. Like just barreling and unbarreling makes it look like you're making tons of steel barrels, but you're not. You're not making more steel barrels, you know? Okay, so now I'm guessing because I've doubled it up so much, it's either going to be the sodium hypochlorite or it's the red metal catalysts that are deficient. Yeah, it's the red metal catalysts. Sodium hypochlorite, I think, can be made from some of this chlorine and stuff. Alright, so red metal catalysts. The rockets are launching rather quickly. We're at 5.2 rockets per second right now. But, let's see, where were these guys being made? You actually appear to be capped based on the outputting inserter. That's no good. I mean, I could fit more if I wanted to use some weird angles. Let's say that these probably don't need to have that 90-degree angle there. Let me just get rid of you. And we'll add an extra one up here. Drain that guy dry. Okay. I love these robots. They are just nuts. 5.3 rockets per minute. That's getting faster. That's all off of one chemical plant making these things.
Ion cannon ready.
Dimethylhydrazine. Still a little bit of a slowdown on a couple spots here. Let's see if we can need to speed these up. Unfortunately, we end up with a pipe there. What if I... Alright, let's grab this whole thing. Here. Grab the whole thing, strip those guys for now. And let's go here. And then I think what we're going to do is, instead of even having this, or this, just strip most of it for now. We'll put a storage tank here and here. Okay. So now we shouldn't be restricted by the... Holy crap, does that end up holding a lot of this stuff, though. Well, it'll be a pretty clear indicator for how much hydrazine we have. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Now, can I make it smaller? So that we could fit more beacons in this area. Also, we should probably put this power here instead. Okay, that is going to be my rocket fuel. And then beacons, I guess. How well is this going to tile? Pretty well. If we go one extra space, we can fit... Looks like... No, we gotta go 2 spaces. We can fit 4 beacons in between each section of them. And we can fit 1 there as well. Not quite there, though. I wonder if it makes sense to just go 1 extra tile up so that I can fit an extra here and here. Probably. Oh yeah. That's gonna do it, I think. Those beacons feel too close. I messed up. Okay, so that's the rocket fuel grid now. One of these things, how often do I want to actually put the singular efficiency? Just one single efficiency beacon or efficiency module will cover like the entirety of this area. Either one here. So it's you cover one whole block. Do this. You cover that whole block. Would mean that you are covering too much. You're not quite hitting all the machines, but some of them. Okay, so yep, we're doing fine on hydrazine. Definitely bumped up the hydrazine production with that new production area, but it's this other one, the dimethylhydrazine now, that needs a lot of help. I guess we'll just leave all that stuff running for now, but I've got to basically do a similar setup to one of these. And actually, this whole thing should probably be built a little bit closer to the rocket area. Okay, the actual dimethylhydrazine. Wait, what? Dimethylhydrazine gas barrels? There seems to be plenty on all these machines. So what's holding up the production then? Shoot, I think when I did the blueprint I accidentally screwed up and didn't keep that chest that's requesting it. Well, that would explain it. Yeah, it's kind of important. Let's do this then. We're going to grab you over to here instead. Okay, on this side. Let me try something. I'm gonna do the whole blueprint, take it. I'm gonna strip this side. And we're gonna just try rotating it to see if it will line up. Those hydrazine ones on the other side for me. Didn't quite work because now the recipes are backwards. Crap. Be great if I hadn't messed it up in the first place, right? Yes, yes it would. Alright, let's just take the time to get it right. Oh gosh. Darn it. There's one more problem then, isn't there? Mm-hmm. I put this guy a little bit further away? Probably. Okay, that's some of them working. Check, we've got one efficiency module there, one efficiency module there. That's all covered. So the left side is, I think, looking good. There may be an extraneous inserter here or there. I don't know. The right side's kind of still mucked up. Okay, dimethylhydrazine is being requested on that side. Before I forget, I'm going to just take a blueprint of the whole damn thing, and we're going to say that that is my new rocket fuel. And let's just see if it's running. So yes, dimethylhydrazine is now coming in. And I think it's not because I've messed up the requesters, but because we are now actually not producing it fast enough. And that is because there's not enough monochloramine because this setup is bad. So, next is to work on a setup that does this stuff. I almost feel like the picker mod. If you pick an entity, Nexla, hey Nexla, are you listening? If you pick an entity that has a recipe, when you place it, it should auto set that recipe. How cool would that be? Because I'm specifically picking this machine, right? What I just had to do was I had to go pick the machine I'm trying to use, place it, come back, shift right click to grab the recipe, shift left click to paste it. Where, like, if Picker would just automatically set it for me, that'd be great. If I didn't want that, I could just change it, right? But, like, it's automation's Factorio, so... Anyway, alright, I'm going to take a break here. I think we're going to be there pretty damn soon. We're averaging 4 rockets per second. Sorry, per minute. Sorry, per second would be nuts. 13.83 seconds per rocket is the average right now. I want to get... That would be amazing to get down to 1 rocket per second. We'll see if that's even possible. I'm sure it is possible, but let's take a break here. I'll be back in the next one. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.